He sold fake lottery tickets. For over a year, he had been running a scheme so clean and seamless that not a single customer had ever noticed the difference. The counterfeit tickets looked identical to the real ones. Same paper, same print, same scratch surface. The only difference was invisible to the naked eye. His tickets were never connected to the National Welfare Lottery Network. No connection meant no prize validation, no winners, no payouts. Every ticket sold in his small shop was, in the end, just decorated paper. The probability of winning a real lottery was already impossibly low, so the odds of someone actually hitting a major prize in his store had always felt like a distant theoretical nightmare. For 14 months, the biggest payout he had ever faced was $20,000. He had covered it from his own pocket, handed the money over with a smile, and the grateful customer had actually apologized for the inconvenience of collecting. He had walked away thinking he was untouchable. Then, the double-color ball final numbers appeared on the screen, and his entire world collapsed in a single second. He recognized the winning combination immediately, because he had sold that ticket himself. The jackpot had accumulated over several rounds. $10 million. His vision went black. He dropped into his chair like a man who had been shot. Two words repeated in his head on a loop. It is finished. With other lottery shop owners, a $10 million winner walking through the door would have been a celebration, a story to tell for decades. For him, it was a death sentence. He was still sitting there, paralyzed, when the door swung open. A man walked in carrying a bottle of water, grinning so wide his small eyes had nearly disappeared into his face. It was Liu, the village's most well-known figure for all the wrong reasons. Liu was almost 50 years old, had never married, owned almost nothing, and spent what little money he had on lottery tickets. He was the kind of man who sometimes skipped meals to afford another scratch card. Out of pity, the shopkeeper had occasionally bought him a cup of instant noodles. He had never imagined, not for a single moment, that the dusty $2 ticket Liu had bought weeks ago would become the winning slip worth $10 million. Liu was glowing. He slapped the counter and announced that the shopkeeper must have already seen the results. He called the ticket his treasure. He said that once the money came through, he would give the shopkeeper a generous red envelope as thanks. Then he leaned forward, lowered his voice, and said that he had not told a single person yet. Not one soul. As far as Liu was concerned, only the two of them knew. And then he said something that made the shopkeeper's blood run cold. He said, "This lottery ticket is my life, and anyone who tries to take my life away from me will have to deal with the consequences." The shopkeeper looked into Liu's eyes and understood that this was not a figure of speech. Liu was not a violent man by reputation, but desperation had a way of changing people, and a man with nothing who suddenly held $10 million in his hand was capable of anything. The shopkeeper nodded, forced a smile, and said nothing. After Liu left, his wife pushed open the back door and walked in wearing a blue dress, carrying a box of goods. She looked tired but beautiful. He felt his nose sting. He was close to tears but held them back. They walked home together for breakfast without talking much. His wife seemed quieter than usual, distracted, watching him sideways as if she already sensed something was wrong. He knew why she was worried. Their daughter was sick, a rare blood disorder that required constant medication, repeated transfusions, and monthly medical bills that ate through everything they earned. He had started running the fake lottery scheme precisely because of her. Not for luxury, not for greed, for hospital fees. Without the extra money, they simply could not keep up with the treatment costs. At the breakfast table, his wife placed her phone in front of him. On the screen was information about a hospital in Beijing. She spoke carefully, building up to the point. She had been researching. 2 patients with their daughter's exact condition had been successfully treated at this facility. The doctors were experienced. The results were real. He put down his chopsticks and waited. Then she said the number. At minimum, $3 million. Surgery, treatment, post-operative care, everything combined. They did not have anywhere near that amount. She stared at him and said quietly, "If we somehow came into a lot of money suddenly, what would you do?" He laughed a laugh that contained no happiness at all. He said they had both bought lottery tickets, even without any real chance of winning. After dinner, he told his wife he wanted to watch a game, not to disturb her and their sleeping daughter, and went to lie down alone in the back room. He lay in the dark with his eyes open. By the time the clock passed 3 in the morning, he had made his decision. He was going to go to Liu's house. He was going to steal back the fake lottery ticket before Liu had the chance to take it anywhere near an official lottery center. He slipped out of the house into the night. Outside, it was completely silent. The moon was buried behind thick clouds. The street was dark and empty. He moved quickly, telling himself with every step that he was doing this for his daughter, that he had no other choice, that there was no other way.